Friendship Village. Welcome to your chair yoga class. Today we are going to start out seated. During the standing portion, you are welcome to stand with me, or if you would rather stay seated and adapt the postures, that is fine. If you do stand with me, I encourage you to keep your chair or your walker nearby so that you can use it for support, as the standing postures most likely will challenge your balance. Let's get started. Oh yeah, I did want to say one more thing too. During yoga, we are moving the body through lots of different levels of range of motion. So just do whatever your surgeon and your doctor have cleared you for, and if anything feels uncomfortable or not quite right, just adapt it to your body, what your body needs today. That said, let's get started in a seated position using the back of the chair for support. When you're ready, you can close your eyes. Take a few rounds of deep inhales and exhales. Breathe in through the nose and fill your belly, your chest, your upper lungs, and your head with air. And slowly exhale, just letting the air relax out of your body, either exhaling through the nose or the mouth. Again, breathe in, fill the belly, the chest, upper chest, throat, and head fill up as well, and then gently exhale. A few more rounds of that type of breathing, very deep inhales with that relaxing exhale. Now put your hand on your belly and see if you can fill your belly with air. For some of us, it might be easier to breathe this way. For some of us, more challenging. Just continue to move your belly as you breathe. Your arms down by your sides, maybe grip your chair, or lift your feet up in front of you and circle your ankles out. You may keep your eyes closed, or you can watch your feet as they move around. Sometimes as we get older, we get less input and less connection to our limbs and to the feet. Bringing your eyes to your feet as they move can help your brain make a better connection to the ankles, to the feet, to the calves. Circle the other way around. Notice if your body is circling the feet by moving at the hips or the knees. Maybe put your hands on your thighs and see if you can circle the ankles by just moving at the ankle joints. Set your feet down on the ground and circle your wrists. Taking these joints just one at a time rather than combining the ankles and the wrist today. I'd like you really just to sense into that movement and connect to those muscles and joints. Circle the other way around. Good, and let's connect to the arms just by giving a little hug, a little rub to the muscles, the skin. Continuing with your deep breathing. And you can do the same to your legs, either just staying with the upper legs or bowing forward if it feels okay to your hips and your back. To also connect to your lower legs. Just this very light touch can help increase circulation throughout the limbs. Sit more toward the middle or the edge of your seat. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward. Bring your chin to your throat and gently round your spine as you extend your arms forward, creating lots of space through the upper back. Then inhale, bring your hands open and back, lift the chest through. So on the exhale, interlace the fingers and push the palms forward as you round. And inhale, open up the chest. From the side, it looks like this. Exhale, press forward, gentle rounding. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Be mindful if you have back issues or osteoporosis, not to go too far in this motion in your spine, just to a natural stopping point. One more breath cycle through. Press the palms, stretch the fingers, and open the chest. Sit up tall at the center of your seat and open the knees. Point the toes out slightly. Breathe in here. Exhale, bow toward your right knee, turning the chest slightly. Inhale, come back through center and exhale toward the left knee. Your hands can stay on your lap to give your upper body some support as you do this lean or this bow. Your knee will be tempted to collapse inward. See if you can use your muscles and your awareness to hold the knees outward as you do this bow. Maybe your hand helps a little bit with that as well. Now let's add in a reach. One more time on this side. Now we're gonna also reach with the hand across and out. Exhale, bow forward, reach with the opposite hand and come back to center. So now we're incorporating a little bit more of the back and the spine. You decide how far to go. One more time each direction. Come back to center. Keep your knees wide and circle your shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe your feet and knees can go a little wider now that we've been stretching here. We're gonna do a lean onto the right thigh. You can either lean that direction and put weight in your hand or into your forearm. Even though we're leaning here, we want to maintain as tall of a spine as we can. So lift your chest up and lift your gaze up. Drop your shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, reach your left hand up toward the ceiling. You can keep it low if that feels better. Rotate your chest open toward the ceiling. On your exhale, keep space between your stomach and your thigh, your chest and your thigh, as you reach under your thigh. Inhale, long, tall spine, open up. Exhale, reach under your thigh. Careful not to collapse into your right shoulder. Push your elbow or your hand into your thigh to keep that shoulder strong. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close. Do 2 more on this side. Come back to center. Let's do the other side of the body. Either the hand or the forearm on the thigh as you lengthen your spine. Inhale, reach up, maybe look up. Exhale, reach under. Keep as much space as you can between your belly and your chest and your thigh. There's lots of space here. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close. Often in class, what I'll see is a collapsing of the chest downward. Keep that chest up high here. 3 more repetitions. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to center. Let's do some heel toe raises here. Bring some awareness back into the lower body. And as you're doing that with your feet and ankles, let's just sense into that spaciousness we just created in the rib cage, in the spine, in the shoulders. Take some deep breaths into your chest and your ribs and your stomach, including the ribs in your upper back and your mid back. Feel that part of your body expand as well. Bring your feet back to center. Lovely. Let's go through Sun Salutation A in a seated position here. I'll demo this from the side. I think it'll make a little more sense if you watch me from the side. You can face the screen as you do this with me. Sit tall in the middle or the edge of your seat. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift your hands up as high as you feel comfortable. Maybe you can straighten the arms all the way out, up overhead, and bring your biceps by your ears. Pull your belly muscles in as you breathe here and press your knees together so you feel the engagement from the belly button down. Those muscles are active here too. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to your lap. Lead with your breastbone. Bow forward. Bring your belly to your thighs, lower ribs, then your chest. Then relax your head down if that feels comfortable. If you've had a posterior hip replacement or if you have back issues, It may be safer for you to stay a little more upright, or maybe prop yourself onto your elbows here. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your chest up off your legs. Stay here and breathe. So we're purposefully strengthening these back muscles here. So you can push through your hands a little bit to have some help, but over time we want very little weight in the hands, and the back is doing the work here, strengthening those back muscles and a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, forward fold, relax back down to that safe spot for your body. Inhale, mountain pose, sit up tall, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's flow through those postures. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time through. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale to heart. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to transition to the standing series. If you would rather stay seated and adapt the postures, again, that is absolutely fine. So go ahead and stand up with me. And I encourage you to use the chair in front of you or to use your walker for support. You may also want something behind you or nearby, like a chair or a couch, so that if you lose your balance, you can have something to sit down on right there for you. Let's continue with Sun Salutation A in a standing position. So bring your feet about hip-width distance apart. The closer your feet are to each other, the more challenging it'll be for your balance, so keep that in mind. You could separate your feet a little wider for more stability as needed. Stand tall. Back up a tiny bit. Stand tall. Find something to gaze at in front of you that's stable and stationary. If you're comfortable, you can hover your hands above the walker or your chair, or you could bring your hands to heart center if that feels okay for your balance. Take a few deep breaths here. Breathe in through the nose and either out through the nose or the mouth. 2 more breaths like that. On your last exhale breath, tighten your tummy, tighten your buttocks muscles a little bit, and lift your chest through. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift your hands upward. If that feels a little shaky for your balance, you could keep a hand on the chair, or you could separate your feet a little wider, or both. Breathe in again here. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the chair or to your lap. As you bow forward, you could rest your chest down on the back of your chair, depending on the height of your chair. Or if you feel comfortable with the strength of your back, you could put your hands on your legs for support here. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your chest up part of the way so that we get a little strengthening element for these back muscles here. Also squeeze your shoulder blades together. You could have your hands on your chair for this posture as well. Exhale, forward fold, relax down. Inhale, mountain pose, stand up tall, tighten the buttocks, tighten the tummy as you reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do 2 more rounds of that. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, either using the chair or your legs for support. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Really get a good stretch for the back of the legs here. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now notice as we do the next round, notice if your back is tempted to round as you fold forward. See if you can maintain as straight a spine as your body can have during this next sun salutation. Inhale, mountain pose. Engage the tummy, engage the glutes. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your gaze slightly forward to maintain a straight spine as you bow down. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep that straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Keep it again. Inhale, mountain pose. Stand tall, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Moving on to Sun Salutation B. You may want to stand a little closer to your chair for this sequence. We will challenge the balance in Sun B, so make sure you have something stable to hold on to nearby. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Bring your hands to heart or the chair, or you could extend your hands forward in front of you for more challenge. Bend your knees, press your hips back, and create lots of crease at the front of your hips. So we're bowing forward toward the chair here as we send the hips back. If your feet are together, bring your knees together too. If your feet are apart, separate your knees as wide as your feet. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs and bow down just like Sun Salutation A. Inhale, halfway lift, strengthen the spine here, but keep the abs engaged. And exhale, step your left foot back so you're on your left toes. Stay in this bow forward position here. Inhale, open arm twist to the right. So as we're bowing forward with a straight spine, I'd like you to lift your right arm out to the right. You can keep your eyes on the ground for more stability, or for more challenge, you could turn your head and look to your right as well. Open up as far as you feel comfortable. Pay attention to your spine here. Exhale, bring your hand back down to the chair. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your chest up. Maybe your right hand elevates as well. Stay here and breathe. I'm going to bring the chair a little closer to me for more support. You can always make those little adjustments once you're in a posture. Make sure you feel stable and comfortable. In crescent lunge, the feet are in their own lane rather than having them lined up with each other. Stand tall. Engage the abdomen. You can elevate one or both hands. Take another breath in here. Exhale, warrior 3. Shift your weight forward to your right foot. Point your left toes on the ground behind you as you straighten your right knee. And look downward. So we're bowing forward a little bit. To make this more challenging for your balance, you could lift your left toes up off the ground. You could also practice relying less on the chair. So maybe your right hand hovers off the chair, or maybe your right arm begins to reach forward. You're here for 3. Single leg balance in 2, 1. Single leg balance, stand up tall, float your left knee forward. It can tap the chair or just hover. And then exhale, step your feet down on the ground. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose. Sit down low in your chair variation. Remember, you can hold onto the chair for support, or hands to heart, or reach the hands forward. Lift your chest up. Send your hips back and down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, bow down, straight spine. Inhale, halfway lift, strengthen your back. Exhale, right toes way far back. Look down at the ground, stay here and breathe. Now we're gonna do an open arm twist to the left. So lift your left hand to the side. You can begin to rotate your chest that direction. Be careful that your right hip does not start to collapse and rotate with your upper body. Keep your right hip elevated and strong as you rotate through your chest. Option to turn with your head as well for more challenge. Bring your hand back to the chair. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your chest up and gaze forward. We're still on the back toes. Your hands can stay on the chair, or if you'd like to elevate the left hand, that's fine. Or maybe both hands can lift up. Feel that heat and that burn forming in your leg, perhaps. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, warrior three, shift the weight forward to your left foot. Point your right toes on the floor back behind you. Remember your options. For more challenge, you could lift your right toes up. Check in with your spine. Can you lift your chest and straighten your spine more? Check in with your floating leg. Can you straighten that leg out anymore? Maybe your left hand hovers above the chair or begins to reach forward. You're here for 3. Single leg balance in 2. And 1. Transition to that right knee forward. And set the foot down on the ground. Let's flow through those postures. If you would like to sit down at any point to take a break, feel free. If you're a little behind, don't worry about it. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, stay low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left toes back. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, open arm twist to the right as we bow forward here. Exhale, bring your hand back to the chair. Inhale, crescent lunge. Maybe the right hand or both hands lift. Exhale, warrior three. Stand on your right leg, hover the left toes. You're here for 3. Maybe the right hand hovers. Last 2. 1, single leg balance. Take your time in that transition. And then set your foot down on the ground. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stay low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right toes back. Stay bowing forward. Inhale, open arm twist to the left. Keep your hips in check. Exhale, left hand back to the chair. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your chest up. Maybe the left hand or both hands elevate. Exhale, warrior three. Stand on your left leg. Hover here. Remember, you can keep your toes on the floor. You can extend the arm 2 for 3, 2, 1, single leg balance. Take your time and set the foot down. Let's go again. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left toes back. Inhale, open to the right. Keep your left hip from collapsing down. Exhale, hand to the chair. Inhale, crescent lunge, chest up, gaze forward. Maybe the right hand or both hands elevate. Exhale, warrior three. Shift the weight to the front foot. Hold and breathe. The right hand may hover or reach for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come to stand on one leg and slowly set the foot down. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, right toes back as you keep that straight spine. Look slightly forward. Inhale, open up to your left. Exhale, hand to the chair. Inhale, crescent lunge, chest up. Maybe the hand hovers. Exhale, warrior three. Stand on your left leg. Right toes can be on the floor or hover. Left hand can hover or reach for 3, 2, 1. Stand on one leg, stand tall, and slowly set the foot down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Shift the weight to your left foot and bring your right toes on the floor back behind you for dancer's pose. You can stay here with the right toes on the ground and just practice relying less on the surface in front of you. So maybe one hand hovers or both. Just make sure when you're doing this posture that you do not crisscross your legs. Your feet have their own lane. Okay? There are some layers, some options you can take here. You can lift your toes up off the ground and feel that engagement of the hamstrings and the buttocks. You could potentially reach back with your right hand and grip your shoe, maybe the back of your shoe or your sock, maybe your pant leg. Feel that wonderful stretch at the front of your right thigh as you bring the heel closer to the buttocks. Stand tall. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Set the foot down and feel all that fire we just created in that left hip. Let's do the same, standing on the right foot. Stand tall. Shift the weight to the right leg. Bring your left toes back behind you. Stay here and breathe. Check in with your spine. Can you lift your spine anymore? To move on, you could practice relying less on the chair. You could elevate the foot and hold. You could reach your left hand back for your ankle, for your foot, for your pant leg, whatever you can hold on to. Feel that great big stretch at the front of the thigh. Remember, when we're balancing or exercising, it's good for us to find one thing to gaze at rather than dodging our eyes and moving our head around. It'll just help us find some more steadiness. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Set the foot down. Stand with the feet wide and just sway your hips from side to side. You could do some circles here as well. Other way around. And we'll do a standing hamstring stretch today. This is called standing separate leg forward fold. So as you face your chair or your stable surface, separate your feet about shoulder width distance apart or wider if you're less flexible. You might want wider feet here. Sometimes it helps. Bring your feet parallel to one another. Stand tall. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, begin to bow forward. Send your hips back and your chest forward and down. Stop whenever you start to feel a stretch on the back of your legs. I encourage you to bring a little more weight forward toward your forefoot. Be careful that we do not lift the heels. There is still weight in the heels. You can rest your chest down on the chair in front of you. If it is safe for your spine and your hips, like if you don't have any back problems, you don't have osteoporosis or a hip replacement, you could potentially use your legs for support here. Just keep a little micro bend in the knees and bow forward as far as you feel comfortable. Use your support and slowly rise up. Continue to breathe as you do so. If you feel a little lightheaded at the top, just take a moment to let the blood come back down and make your way to a seated position. We'll do a rotation here. Actually, we'll combine two postures. So let's cross the right ankle over the left. If you have a hip replacement or any issues with that right leg, this is a great place to stay. If you'd like to bring the foot up to the knee to get that stretch in the hip, this is a great option. Whether you have your ankle on the knee or ankles crossed, sit tall and rotate your chest to your left, gripping onto your thigh or the chair or both to rotate your chest. I'll demo with the foot up on the knee, rotating here. If that is too intense, you can stay right at center. No need to combine the two. It just is a little bit of an interesting posture. Maintain your tall spine. Relax your knee down rather than holding the knee up in the air. Come back to center, and let's do the other side. Cross the ankle over the other. Relax the knee open. No replacements, no issues on that side. You could bring the foot or the ankle to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate away from that knee. You can grip your thigh and or the chair. Be mindful of your posture here. And again, if it feels too intense at the hip or any other place in the body, you can stay right here at center. Take a few more deep breaths here. I'll show this rotation with the foot at the ankle as well. Just remember to relax that knee down and open as you turn. Back to center. Let's do ragdoll pose. Again, hip or back issues or surgeries. When you bow forward, you may just want to stay on your elbows or your forearms and relax here. If you feel comfortable, you could bow forward all the way down till your chest is resting on your knees. You could also reach your hands down toward your feet or the floor. Pay attention to your spine. Pay attention to your hips and your shoulders. Back off if it isn't quite feeling right. Just bow forward and surrender here. Take a few deep breaths into your back. Be mindful if you have blood pressure or heart issues. You do not want to build up too much pressure, so careful not to hold your breath or go into a deep forward fold. Slowly rise up. Lean back in your chair. Close your eyes. Big deep breaths. Feel all the space you created in your chest, in your back, in your ribs. Focus on long exhales. If you have a 4 to 6 count inhale, try a 6 to 8 count exhale. Encourage you to stay here. Focus on your breath for at least another minute. Maybe you can stay here in this peaceful state for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. See how long you can keep your mind focused on your breath and only your breath. At the end of class, we say namaste. It means the teacher and the light in me honors the teacher and the light in you. Namaste.